Hello guys, and welcome again to today's video. So this video is actually going to be another Titan build that I've been thinking of actually making for quite a while, and when I was able to successfully make the finished creator build from that video that I'll probably put a link up somewhere, I decided to actually make this build. I was finally able to put it together thanks to the help of some people on my stream, and I'm gonna show you the build today. This is the build you kind of need to use when there's lots of ads around. So any activity that you know you're gonna be facing lots of ads in terms of dungeon, in terms of raids, in terms of like the battleground, this build will pretty much shine through. So in terms of the build, it's pretty much gonna be the same subclass as the finished creator, which is the bottom tree solar. I chose this build pretty much the same reason as I chose it for the finished creator, which is I get my ability back a lot, I get healing, and the sunspots pretty much spreads and attached to everything that I kill. So loads of fire all over the place the more ads are around. But without using the finished creator, what I'm essentially going to be doing is Warmind cell. So it's gonna be the exotic I'm gonna use is the Amarantharium. I probably pronounced that wrong, but we'll just go with that. That is the exotic I'm essentially gonna use, and it's gonna pretty much give me my double grenade. Reason I'm using that is I essentially want to make a lot of fire. So starting with the pieces that I got together, starting with the very top, which I'm gonna use the grasp of the Warmind. This essentially allows you to pick up any Warmind cell that you create to kind of like make it last longer and move it from like room to room whenever you're doing an activity. Second is gonna be burning cell. Burning cell essentially allows me to pretty much more flames. Destroying the Warmind cell spreads like fire energy, causing enemies to essentially burn. So just think of it like I'm spreading my flames everywhere. Because I'm using Warmind cell, the one perk you must always use with Warmind cell is global reach, allowing the explosion to reach a huge distance. On top of that, I'm also using Wrath of the Rasputin. This is the perk that is used whenever you know you're going to be causing any form of solo splash, which with this build will essentially be my whole build. I'm going to be causing it with my grenade, my melee, my Warmind cells. Pretty much I'm going to be causing solar, because thanks to the burning cells I'm causing solar. Thanks to my grenade I'm causing solar. Thanks to the kills and the sunspots I'm causing solar. So this will essentially will allow me to create Warmind cells with my grenade, my super, my melee, my Warmind cell. This, even though it's like only one energy, that is the most important mod in this build. On top of that, I'm also running Rage of the Warmind. This Warmind cell is not very needed, but if you know there's gonna be a lot, like a huge ton of ads around, you will be thankful to have this Warmind cell. Reason why is pretty much by one, it adds additional solar damage to my explosion of the Warmind cell, which again, more boom. But two, thanks to the additional solar damage on top of the burning cell, it means my Wrath of Rasputin will activate again, meaning anything that my Warmind cell kills also counts as explosions, which means my Warmind cell kill, like when I shoot my Warmind cell, the explosion from the Warmind cell will also create another Warmind cell. So pretty much it will just keep being like a rotating effect of explosion, creates another Warmind cell for more explosion, creating another Warmind cell, more explosion. So this will only work when there's a room full of ads. Otherwise, I'll probably advise you to like swap that for something else, like a good option if you have some like a void piece of armor, is instead of like on top of grasp, you can also pop in Warmind cell longevity, which means your Warmind cell will stay on the ground for longer. So essentially, if you know that there is ads but not enough for you to continue making Warmind cell, or maybe you don't want to continue making Warmind cell, longevity will work instead, because that means your Warmind cell will stay on the ground for longer. It means you can pick it up and take it from one room to another. But if you know there's a bunch of ads, then Rage or the Warmind will work. You can also pick longevity maybe because you do not have enough solar pieces, because as you notice, pretty much the pieces that I'm using is solar. You need solar to do burning cell, you need solar to do Rasputin, you need solar to be Warmind. If you don't have enough solar pieces, or maybe you don't have enough slots to use it on, then longevity will be a better play, but you will need Void for that. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. After this, you will see a clip of me using this build, and it was actually fun when we were finally able to test it out. So as always, thank you guys in advance. Hope to see you in the next.
Why you mad? I got a bad bro. Name hot in these streets, no Tabasco. But I'm so stubbed, that's a fact, yo. And if you think I'm frontin', you can run it back, yo. Or run it back. You know that I run it.